Let's take you to the annual Science Forum South Africa, which is underway at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, the CSIR in Pretoria. It's hosted by the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. The Science Forum celebrates 10 years of insightful dialogue, making this year even more significant. The Department of Science, Technology and Innovation is holding the event in partnership with the Science Diplomacy Capital for Africa and key continental as well as global stakeholders. That's where we find our reporter Patricia Visagie, who's there. Patricia, very good afternoon to you. This is an annual event, a significant one this time around. What is the focus of the forum this year?
Well, good afternoon, Mpho, and to our viewers. Definitely a very important forum, and as you've just rightfully put it, it's a whole decade of its existence, and you would understand that science, technology and innovation is quite an important part of the country's developmental goals, but that also ledging on to the rest of Africa and the globe at large. And the theme for this year is ultimately igniting science conversations, and that is really aimed to put science and technology at the center of governance, education and industry, but also just all the overarched sectors of development in the country. But to expand more, I am now joined by Dan de Tooyd. He is the Deputy Director General for International Cooperation and Resources at the Department of Science, Technology and Innovation. Thank you so much for joining us. Quite a significant milestone, but tell us about the journey that over the past decade the forum has traveled.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and what I should also say is a big thank you to the SABC, to our public broadcaster, who has been an outstanding supporter of the Science Forum South Africa. If we have succeeded in our mission of igniting conversations about science, it's also thanks to the SABC. So the forum was initiated in 2015 by our former minister, Dr. Naledi Pandor, and it really had three objectives. Firstly, to ensure that we bring anyone with an interest in science together in South Africa, to have conversations, to discuss how we can work together to make sure science works for society and work for South Africa. But secondly, there's also a very strong international focus to the forum. And this is also an opportunity for us to showcase South African science. And there's so much excellence in South African science of which we can be proud of. But then lastly, this was also had a very specific African mission. We wanted this event to serve to also bring African countries together to make sure that we truly have a united African partnership for science. So 10 years later, we can say, yes, that mission has been achieved, but of course a lot more must be done, but we're very confident building on this foundation for the future. In these past 10 years, we had to deal with a pandemic. In 2020 and 2021, we had to be online, we need to be hybrid. But what we've seen over the years, starting with 1,500 participants in 2015, today we are more than 7,000 registered participants. We've seen an audience which has become much more diverse in terms of gender, race, specifically age. The forum has become much younger, and that all renders us optimistic. And above all, as I say, very grateful for the journey of the past 10 years.
This forum also comes at the right time, just after South Africa hosted Africa's first G20 summit. And at that particular summit, science and technology ultimately became the buzzing word for the future to ensure that the G20 goals are achieved. Just in your words, the significance of using science and technology to march us into the future.
So, indeed, very aptly. For our minister, who's the host of the forum, Professor Blayton Nzimande, it has been very important that the Science Forum also serves as a platform for science diplomacy. Because science, whether it's the future of work, whether it's the future of education, whether it's the future of health, science needs to respond to all of those challenges. And that means that within the spirit of South Africa's G20 partnership, nations have to come together. They have to intensify international collaboration. For Minister Nzimande, it's very important that science serves serve social justice, and that global partnerships, again building on the theme of our G20 presidency, are informed by the values of solidarity, equality, and sustainability. So yeah, responding to the challenges of climate change, of food security, but also excitingly unlocking the potential, for example, of artificial intelligence to create new employment opportunities. That's all part of the agenda of Science Forum South Africa.
All right, thank you so much there, of course, Mr. Du Toit, just giving us the significance of this forum as it marks 10 years of existence. Later this afternoon, we expect the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, that is Dr. Blade Nzimande, to officially open this platform, because you've got more than 3,000 exhibitors, policymakers, stakeholders from across the country in different sectors who are here to be part of this particular platform that will be continuing for a couple of days. But on that note, we toss it back to studio.
Thank you very much, SABC News reporter Patricia Visagie there, giving us some insight on that forum underway.